This is Spreaker Web Radio.
TNA Impact Wrestling, whatever you want to call it, Lockdown 2013 pay-per-view predictions. This goes down in San Antonio, Texas, live on pay-per-view. 2xzone.com, wrestling.com, nextgenerationwrestling.com, pro wrestling unleashed.web.com, news spot, alternative news talk, all that good stuff. We'll be covering it March 10th, 2013, play-by-play. Let's get into it, y'all. Don't know the order of this pay-per-view, so we're just going to run it down. Joseph Parks versus Joey Ryan. Has Joseph Parks got better in his in-ring ability? Can he outmatch Joey Ryan? I'm going to go with the indie wrestler Joey Ryan. I think they'll just do an upset. We'll see how it goes. Kenny King. He's going to be defending his X Division Championship against Christian York and Zia Ion. Ion, he was a champion, but he hasn't really been relevant. Christian York, he's a guy from Gut Check. Don't see him doing anything in this one. Kenny King just got the belt about 2 weeks ago, I believe, by RVD. Beat him on Impact. No real reason to take the belt off of him. I'm going to go with Kenny King. Rob Terry versus Robbie E. Finally, Rob Terry has turned face, and he's going to go against his counterpart, Robbie E. Another match that no one cares. Rob Terry. He'll get his revenge. A three-way tag team match for the TNA World Championships, or World Tag Team Championships. Austin Aries and Bobby Roode defends against Bad Influence, Christopher Daniels, and Kazarian versus Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez, who used to be champions. This should be a hell of a match. You got Austin Aries and Bobby Roode, who should be in the main event spot, but I like that they, made the tag team division a little bit important. Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez are just doing that because it's a Spanish background. No one really cares about this group. So it is what it is. Bad Influence, I love the name. I love the characters. I love the way that they work. Two guys who can go with anyone and make a hell of a match with anybody. So this should be one of the highlights of the night. Velvet Sky defends, and she's going to be defeating Gail Kim. Kurt Angle, I see. He wants his revenge. They're building up as he's going to get his revenge. He's going to kick Wes Briscoe's ass. I see it where Wes Briscoe pulls out the victory just out of nowhere. And a lethal lockdown match, Team TNA versus Ace and Eights. Have you noticed something about this, y'all? You always have like a year or 2 years where it's always Team TNA, the baby faces of the TNA locker room, going against this evil force as an outsiders or an insiders. And they try to get the revenge. They try to get their company back. Have you noticed that? Team TNA versus Team Aces and Eights this year. A couple years ago, Team TNA versus Fortune. What's the other group? Can't think of it off the top of my head. Ric Flair. I know he was part of Fortune, but Eric Bischoff, Hulk Hogan, they might have been a part of Fortune. I can't remember. Main Event Mafia a couple years ago. Angle, Booker T, Nash, a couple other guys. Just saying. You know what? Ace and H really need this win, but it doesn't. I don't think they'll give it to them. I think Team TNA will get their win. I hope not, but I see it. You got Sting, Magnus, and Samoa Joe, James Storm, and Eric Young. Magnus, who cares? Really, and I like his in-ring ability, but really, who cares? And Eric Young, who's a joke. A couple years ago when they had, I forgot what the group was called. It was back in 2008, 2010. It had Daivari from WB, and they were a heel. You had every ethnic background in one group, and Eric Young was the leader, and he was a heel. And he did awesome promos. He really did. But they just keep throwing him in this joke position where no one really takes him seriously. It's a shame. He's a decent wrestler if he wants to get out of the comedian era. But we'll see. And then on Ace and H, you have Devon, Mr. Anderson, Mike Knox, Doc, and Garrett Bischoff. Garrett Bischoff, I cannot stand. Not just because he's daddy's son. Don't like the look, don't like the in-ring ability, and I really do not like when he speaks. just a hater. Jeff Hardy defends against Bully Ray in the steel cage for the TNA World Championship. I see Bully Ray going heel. I see him getting the belt. I really do, and I really hope he does, because I love Bully Ray. I really do. As long as he's a heel. The face was a nice thing, kind of changed things up. But getting back to his roots, he's the best heel in the alongside CM Punk at WWE, he is the guy for TNA as a heel. And I'm a Jeff Hardy fan. But you need a guy who can actually talk. And like I said, I'm a huge Jeff Hardy mark, but you need a guy who can actually talk. Bully Ray gets it done. He turns heel, TNA Lockdown. Quick note. Every pay-per-view since, I believe, 2004, 2005, of Lockdown has been inside a steel cage. This year it's not. You have what? You have 1, 2. You have 2 steel cage matches, and then you have a lethal Lockdown where it starts as a cage match as soon as everyone goes in there. It's kind of like a War Games. And then once everyone's in there, then you have a top of the cell come down with weapons hanging down and stuff, and you can climb up on there. So you have 2 steel cage matches. Other than that, everything else is a regular match. So it'll give it a different feel. Do I like the whole steel cage thing? Once a year, yeah, let's do it. All right, let's change it up. Let's change the product up. This, with TNA going to a 4 pay-per-view setting, this sets the mark for how this company goes until, Slammiversary? I can't, let me see if I can pull up the nets. Yeah, Slammiversary, which is in, I believe it's in the summer months. Not sure. But this sets the bar for a while. Anyway, y'all, what do you think's going to happen? Leave it in the commentary below. Hit me up on Twitter, AR_official_94. That being said, we're out of here, y'all. And go to nextgenerationwrestling.com, alternativenewstalk.com. That being said, we'll see you next time.